Good evening, viewers, and welcome back to Prime Live. We are on your screens between the hours of 6 and 8 and Monday to Friday. We are super excited to be joined by an incredibly beautiful, inspiring, boss lady, amazing woman. Gadifele Moeng is a devoted mother, a serial entrepreneur, inspirational speaker, as well as a published author. Now, she has made significant contributions to her community and beyond. Now, as a finalist for the 2024 Fabulous Resilient Woman Awards, her value to society was recognized. Today, we have the pleasure of speaking to Gadifele to delve deeper into her journey, achievements, and the wisdom she has to share. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us on Prime Live.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
I mean, just from your bio, I'm already excited to get started on this conversation. I mean, you are an expert in so many fields, from author to entrepreneur to somebody that is super involved in community. I think this is exactly the kind of motivation we need on a Friday evening. What I want to start with today is, can you talk to us a little bit more about your journey to becoming an entrepreneur? I mean, you are the founder of Gadifele Cleaning Services, and you actually started this company in 2016. Being an entrepreneur in South Africa is not easy at all. So tell us a bit more about the journey.
So my journey with entrepreneurship is I'm just solving my own problems and finding out that I have my own challenges. I then realized that people have the same challenges that I have. So when I started Gadifele Cleaning Services, the idea popped in 2007 when I was pregnant, and I was working and I was studying, and then I moved in with my then boyfriend, now husband, and there was a lot of things that I had to do, and the cleaning of the house was the thing that I was like, I really don't have time for this, and I wished to have someone who can just come to the house and just do the cleaning without me having to worry about it. But I struggled to find that person. 2016, that's when I found the courage and I started the business. So initially when I started, it was a placement agency. But like any other business, we evolve and the business grows. And then today I offer totally different services than what I started with. So now I do deep cleaning. I do pre and post occupational cleaning. I clean residential. I do restaurants, and I do small offices as well.
I love the foresight that you had, and that's the beauty about an entrepreneurship mindset, is to be able to identify an issue that you have, and then you're also thinking about, you know what, I'm sure a lot of moms actually have this very same problem, who are working, have a lot to do in the house, are expecting mothers or are already mothers, and are probably having the same problems as you. They just don't have an avenue or a platform to be able to help them, and that's what you've created. But something amazing that I also want to talk about that you were part of, or that you started, was also a Future Leaders program in 2017. Tell us a bit more about that.
Same as the Gadifele Cleaning Services, I was solving my own problems that I had. So growing up, I was a timid child, and I just didn't have confidence, and I always hoped that I would have someone who believed in me, someone who just push me a little and say, Khadi, you can do this. But unfortunately, that person was nowhere to be found. And fast forward to 2016, when I started my personal growth development, I then realized that, you know what, there's a lot that I can offer. And I wish that what I knew in 2016, I knew at an early age. So I thought the kids that are growing up without a mentor, I could be the mentor to them. Then I decided to be the mentor that I never had. So whatever that I learned from 2016 is exactly what I impart to the future leaders. So I teach them soft skills, I teach them communication, leadership skills, and public speaking skills, because that's what helped me to be confident. That's what helped me to be a business person. So I am solving the problem I had then, I'm solving it now.
I love that. You also created, an amazing platform for young people to be able to gain that necessary knowledge and skills. I mean, we were talking about this just before we went on air, about how you go to school and you think, I think when you're younger, you go to school and you think that school's going to teach you everything you need to know to be successful. However, once you get to university or either start working, you realize how much you don't actually know and how much school doesn't teach you. So I love that you've created, this platform for young people to be able to get those necessary soft skills, because we've been speaking to a lot of different entrepreneurs, and the common thread that they have shared is the success of their business and the success of them in any corporate or business space is those soft skills, those leadership skills that take you that just a little bit extra step further that you might not have gotten from an academic education, because no one's going to come and teach you how to do these, how to to run a business, to be able to communicate with clients, with colleagues. No one teaches you those important soft skills. So I love that you've been able to start a platform where you can impart that knowledge onto young South Africans. I think individuals like you are incredibly, inspiring and really making a difference in our country. Now yes, please do.
With regards to one of my kids, so we meet them on Saturdays. So prior to meeting, they have to prepare the meeting. They have to make sure that everything runs for the meeting. So there's they all different ages. For this coming week, for tomorrow actually, the secretary is 10 years old, and she has to make sure that she has speech titles for each and every future leader that is in the program. She must make sure that she gets the speeches, the demonstration speeches, because that's what they're doing. And how she managed to get everyone to participate and get all the speech titles, it was so amazing. It's incredible to see them coming out of their shell and becoming this young future leaders. It's amazing. I just like it when I see them coming out of their shells.
Thank you for sharing that personal story with us. I think you're right. I think young people in South Africa are so talented. They have so much passion and so much talent. And if you give them the right avenues and these right platforms, they can really, really prosper. Now, a lot of our viewers at home are wondering, you are so multi-talented. You're a mom, you're an entrepreneur, you're an author. You are also a director consultant at BNI. How do you manage it all? I mean, it's absolutely amazing, all the different things that you're doing. How do you manage to balance it all?
I think I do not have 24 hours in a day. I think I've got like 52 hours. So I think as long as you are passionate about something, you will definitely make time for each and everything that you are doing. So for me, being a BNI director consultant means that I go and speak to like-minded people that are passionate about business, that are passionate about mentoring other business people, helping each other grow their businesses. So that's the space that I want to be in. And that helps me to grow my cleaning company. That helps me to network with people that can get me from one point to another. So whatever that I do, I have intentions and I'm very strategic about it. So even being the author, it's not something that is out of my life. I am a married woman and I've been with my partner for 20 years now, and it's something that I live on a daily basis, so I don't see why it should be outside my scope. So it's the things that I do on a daily basis. That's why I find time to do them.
I mean, you are also a recipient, you were a finalist for the 2024 Fabulous Resilient Woman Awards, and that is such a significant achievement. I mean, congratulations on that. And, from our conversation today, I can absolutely see why you were acknowledged in an awards space, because you have achieved so much in your business, in your personal life, as well as an author. It's absolutely amazing to see. Talk us through your book. Writing a book is not an easy feat at all, and I cannot imagine the journey of actually writing a book. And it's such a vulnerable experience because you're sharing so much of yourself on the pages of your book. Take us through your journey as an author.
I believe so much in mentorship. So when I started writing the book, I made sure that I have a mentor. It was more like a coach, but he would sit with me and I would share my ideas with him, saying, this is what I want to do. Then he would say, okay, for us to get to chapter 1, I think let's do this. And so my book is more research based, where I interviewed couples that have been together for 10 years plus to find out their secret sauce to their happy marriage. And I spend time asking them questions, finding out what exactly are they doing right or what are they doing wrong, so that I can jot down their stories. And then I shared a bit about my story with my husband as well. It was during COVID when I was writing the book, so I had all the time in the world.
I love that during COVID you were writing a book and the rest of us were making banana bread and the Dalgona coffee and all these crazy TikTok and Instagram trends, and here you were changing lives and writing a book. I love that you chose to talk about successful marriages and what it takes to have a successful marriage. I think very much in the social media generation that we live in, people become so disconnected. Even partners become disconnected so easily. So I love that you shared, some insight on your research and from your own personal experience as well to help couples get closer together and stay together for longer. Before we let you go, I know we always ask, our guests to give advice to young people, but what would be your advice to women in South Africa? I mean, you are making waves in so many different spaces and are successful in business as an author, and you're an awardee of an incredibly, prestigious award as well. What is your advice to women in South Africa?
I just want to remind women that one day we are all going to be no more. We're going to die. So for me, what keeps me going is knowing that I'm going to die and not worrying about what you think of me. I just live my life knowing that there is going to be an end. So I don't worry what other people say. I just live according to what makes me happy. So forget the noise. Do you live your life according to what you want to achieve? So if you know that you're going to die, remember whether you are happy, whether you are sad, at the end of the day, it doesn't make any difference. Rather do you be happy and just concentrate on you.
That was very beautifully said. Thank you so much, Gadifele, for joining us this evening and for sharing, the power of what women can achieve when they put their minds to it. And thank you for sharing, your secrets to success as well as your entrepreneurial mindset with us all this evening.
Thank you so much for having me.
Viewers at home, that is the beautiful and inspiring Gadifele. If you can learn anything from her journey, solve problems. That's what entrepreneurs do. Having that entrepreneurial mindset. If you're having this problem, chances are a lot of people are as well. And something that I take away from our conversation today is do what makes you happy. But on that note, viewers, it is time for us to take an ad break and we'll come right back.